Perfect. So welcome to Monday Night Thrive, guys. I'm super excited for the topic that we have tonight. It is called posture up. And this is a huge topic because I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. And basically, in slang terms, it's to get real, right? That's what posture up means. It means to get real, and not just get real, verbally or physically, but in a bunch of different categories when it comes to succeeding in this business. See, what I want you guys to understand is that if you want to win in this business at a high level, you got to posture up. You got to get some confidence. You got to get some swagger, right? To your walk, to your talk. And so you have to understand that if you want to win at a high level, you got to do these few things that I'm going to tell you to do, but with confidence, with posture. Okay. And so I know we've talked about some of these things before, but it comes down to you doing them with that posture, with that confidence, with that swagger, right? If you can do that, I promise you that you are going to win at a much higher level. See, people follow people who are excited and know where they're going. You guys have probably heard me say that a million times. And the reason why is because it's true. People follow people who are excited and know where they're going. So I want you guys to ask yourself a question. Were you excited today? Did you know where you were going today? Because if not, you're not going in the right direction. You got to be excited about the goals that you have. You got to be excited about what you want out of this opportunity. And you have to know where you're going with it. If you're just aimlessly walking around and you don't have a goal set, right? You don't have a goal card. I am ashamed of myself. My goal card is more than 10 feet from me. I'm going to go run and get it. Hold on. It was on the table across the room. If your goal card is not in front of you, how are you going to know what your goal is? How are you going to know what you want to do, right? You have to keep that goal in front of you at all times and be excited about it and know that you're getting there. That's when people are going to start following you. And so what I'm going to basically go over is a few things that you can posture up in. It's going to be a few different categories. It's actually 5 different categories that you can posture up in right now that is going to elevate you as a person and going to get more people to follow you, okay? Because sometimes you got to be the person that gets real with people. A lot of people on this team and in this industry even are soft, right? And I'll just tell you this, you can never lead a group of people being soft, right? Paul was in the military. He'll tell you his what is it? Was it staff sergeant? Staff sergeant? The staff sergeant is not a soft individual. They are a hard individual. They have posture. They know what needs to be done, when it needs to get done, and how it needs to get done. Exactly. Every single day. There is no doubt in their mind what needs to happen every single day. And that's kind of how you have to operate. You don't want to be a dick for lack of better terms. You don't want to be a dick, but you can have posture. You can have confidence when you're talking to people, when you're building this business. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys to do today. Okay. So the first category. So I have 5 categories written down that you guys can posture up in. And I'm actually going to tell you all 5 of them right now, so you can write them all down and you know what I'm going to talk about on this call. The first thing that you can posture up in is your mindset. The second thing that you can posture up in is your disciplines. The third thing you can posture up in is inviting. The fourth thing you can posture up in is closing. And the 5th thing you can posture up in is leading. Those are the 5 things that if you start to posture up, you start to get a little bit more confidence and swagger doing, you'll elevate your business to the next level. Okay. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about, I know I kind of just said the 5 things because I wanted you guys to know what we were doing, but I'm going to do these in a different order than what I said. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about when it comes to posturing up is inviting. Okay. So a lot of you guys know the invite that we have. It's the 2-step text. You throw them in a group text with your leader, and they rip a voice message sharing their story, and they schedule a time to get them on the overview or show them the presentation. That's our system. It works really well. It's helped me put in, literally, I've built a brand new team of 15 to 20 over the last week. using this brand new system. I put in 6 to 7 brand new people. I brought 6 to 7 new people on in the last week, and I've helped these people learn our system, and we've put in another, 10 to 15 from those 6 to 7, and it's using this system. It works, okay? But here's what I'm also teaching those people, those brand new people that I have, and some of them are on this call and they can probably vouch for me, is you have to be confident when you're talking to your friends, and you have to have the posture of, I've got the deal, right? And I'm showing it to you. That's the posture you have to have when you're inviting, okay? So stop letting people walk all over you when you're in it. When they're asking you a million questions, especially if this is your close network. Some of you are still showing your close network. If you're still showing your close network, or you haven't even shown your close network, shame on you. Posture up with them. You got to get real with those people. Look, how long we've been friends? We've been friends for 5 years, and you're not going to give me 30 minutes of your life? Are you kidding me? How long? Dude, I went to your mom's birthday party. I got her a card, and you can't give me 30 minutes of your life? What are we talking about here? And that's what I'm saying, guys, is when it comes to sharing the information with people, some of you are letting people tell you no way too easily, right? You got to have that confidence and swagger that is going to make people want to follow you. You have to have the vision of, I know where I'm going with this thing. I know what it's going to do with my life. And I know what it can do for your life if you actually just have an open mind for 30 minutes of your life and take a look at what we're doing. Okay? And that's how you have to talk to people, guys. You have to get real with them. So, there's a few ways that you can go about it. But if people start asking you questions, especially if it's somebody close to you or in your warm market, you can say, look, what's with the 20 questions? What's with the 20 questions? If it were you calling me, I would have already checked out what you were asking me to see. You can use that line, guys. Use that line. What's with the 20 questions? If it were you calling me, I would have already checked out what you were asking me to see. Play the guilt card. Make them feel guilty, because you probably would. Most of you on this team are genuine, nice individuals. And I know if your friend said, hey, man, I got something exciting I want you to check out, that all of you would probably be like, yeah, bro. That's why you're on the team, because you were open-minded to check out the information. So that's not a lie. You can literally tell your friend, yo, if it were you calling me, I would have checked out what you wanted me to see. And guess what? They're going to be like, damn, you're right. Just say, look, I'm asking for 30 minutes of your life. I'm excited about this, and it's going to change my life over the course of the next 12 months. It's 30 minutes of your life to see what I'm doing. If it's not for you, I don't care. But I'm excited about it. You're my friend, and you're going to see what I'm doing. Stop giving them an option, guys. It's your family. It's your cousins. It's your best friends. It's your brothers and sisters. You played sports with them growing up. You worked with them for years. I don't care who it is. Posture up with them and say, look, dude, we played ball together for 10 years growing up. We were homies. I'm asking for 30 minutes of your life. I don't care if you do what I do. I don't care if you jump on board, but I'm excited about something that's changing my life, and I want you to see it. All right? Type some 7s in the chat if that makes sense. Type some 7s in the chat if that's helpful when it comes to posturing up on the invite. Get real with people, guys. If you're talking to people, now understand, you shouldn't be getting these questions because we shouldn't be giving away all of the information. Some of you are telling people way too much in the invite. All right. Less is more. The less information you tell people, the better, because we're not trying to confuse them. We're just trying to get them to check out the information. This is not the time to explain. Okay. And so during the invite, guys, you need to understand that if people start asking you questions, that's also when you need to posture up. Now, if you happen to over-explain on accident and, they start asking you, well, I don't have a lot of money, right? They shouldn't even say, I don't have a lot of money or I don't have a lot of time, because they don't even know what it is, okay? But if you get these responses, oh, I don't have a lot of time or I don't have a lot of money, how long do you want that to be an issue, bro? Posture up, right? How long do you want? I don't have any money. Are you complaining or are you bragging? Like, how long do you want to not have money? I don't have a lot of time. Are you complaining or are you bragging? How long do you want to be busy? It's no one's life goal to be busy. I'm a part of something that is teaching me how to have complete financial freedom, time and money freedom. And I don't care if it's not for you, but based off of what you just told me, this could probably add value to your life. It's probably worth the 30 minutes for you to check out, right? Start talking to people a little bit differently, guys, knowing that you've got the deal, knowing that we have the deal that can change people's lives. You got to have that posture when you're talking to people. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. You have to, we've talked about this. You have to walk, talk, eat, sleep, breathe, and act like a chairman if you want to be one. Would a chairman let somebody walk all over them? Would a chairman let somebody say, yeah, it's not for me, I don't have a lot of money? No, they would not take that excuse, guys. It's a chairman. They would know, bro, I get it. I've been there. I've had no money before. That's why I got started with this. So have some posture, guys, when you're inviting, okay? So hopefully that was helpful. That was the first one, okay? Second one, closing. All right, this is very similar to the invite posture, okay? But closing posture, it's going to be very similar, but a little bit different, okay? So if you guys don't know the 3-step close yet, here's the 3-step close. After somebody checks out the information, step 1 is to say, pretty awesome, right? That's it. You're exaggerating the positive. That was pretty awesome, right? Okay, that's step 1. Step 2 is, again, you're keeping it positive. What did you like best? The trading, the business, or both? That's step 2. What did you like best? The trading, the business, or both? Whatever they say, agree with them. So you can put a little star in step 2 and say, agree with whatever they say. If they say, I like the trading. Yeah, I did too when I first saw this. I like the business. Yeah, I did too when I first saw this. I like both. Yeah, I did too when I first saw this. Agree with whatever they say. And then step 3, do you have any questions or are you in a position to get started? Not are you ready? Are you in a position to? Because somebody can say, yeah, I'm ready, but not be in a position financially or whatever it may be. Okay. So step 3 is, did you have any questions or are you in a position to get started? Okay. And they're either going to say yes. And that's the point where you get on the phone with them and walk them through how to sign up with your link. And you get them started and we send them that long fast start message and we go through the beginning steps with them and blah, 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 blah. You get them on the phone with the leader. Okay. But most cases, when you say, do you have any questions or are you in a position to get started? That's when they give you the objection. Okay. That's when they give you an objection. Like, oh, I want to get started, but I don't have the money. Oh, I want to get started, but I don't have the time. I want to get started, but I need to talk to my spouse. Right. And this is where you need to have a lot of posture, guys. And it's better if you're on the phone talking to them or you're face to face with them. Okay. Because it's very rare that somebody's just going to hang up on you, or if you're face to face with them, they're just going to walk away from you. Right. If you're texting them, they can just not respond. Right. So it's better if you're doing the closing on the phone. All right. Pick up the phone and call them after the presentation. So what you need to do when it comes to closing, write this down. Use their objection as their reason why. Write that down. Use their objection as their reason why. Oh, I don't have a lot of money, man. I don't have enough money to get started. Same as the invite. Cool, man. How long do you want that to be a problem? I don't have a lot of time. I don't know if I have enough time to do that. Cool, man. How long do you want that to be a problem? Because if you can carve out 2 to 5 hours a week, I can show you how to get paid with this thing and get your time back. You don't have a lot of money? Cool, man. How long do you want that to be your problem? Because if we lock arms and run this thing up, $200 will never be an issue for you again. Right? You're using their objection as the reason why. I need to talk to my spouse. Is your spouse really going to be mad about you making an extra 6 figures a year? Is your spouse going to be upset about you doing something to better both of your lives? Right? And sometimes people get stuck on the spouse one. If somebody says they need to talk to their spouse, cool, let's go talk to them. When are they free to talk? This is, I teach the person I'm showing. I say, look, if you tried to explain what I just showed you to your wife, would it make sense to her without seeing what you just saw? They're always like, no. If I tried to explain it to my wife, it would not make sense. Or if I tried to explain it to my husband, it would not make sense because I don't have the visuals, right? They're not going to see what that person just saw on the presentation. So I always ask the prospect, I'm like, do you think if you explain this to your significant other that they would understand what you just saw? No. Okay. So I don't want you to explain it to them at all. All I want you to say, I'm literally teaching them. I'm going, all I want you to say is that you saw something very exciting from a very successful person and you need them to see it because you wanted to run it by them before, launching it. And so then you schedule a call with the spouse and you show them the correct way. Okay. You show them the presentation the correct way so that the husband and the wife or the boyfriend and the girlfriend both saw the presentation the right way. And now they can make that decision together and you can close them together. So now they're probably going to give you an objection like time or money, and you can handle those objections. Like I said, you use the objection as the reason why they need to get started. Here's my favorite one. I need to think about it. You guys have probably gotten that one a lot. I need to think about it. I asked them, what do you need to think about? Oh, I just need to do a little more research. What do you need to research? Oh, I just want to understand. You guys probably all got this, right? I just want to understand a little bit more about trading before I get started. Well, hey man, I totally understand that, right? You always agree with what they say. Hey man, I totally understand that. But I want you to realize that you're paying $235 for the education. We are the research. Our company is the research. By joining our company, that's how you're going to learn how to trade. That's how you're going to get the research that you're looking for. You're not going to find the education online. If the education was online, our company wouldn't exist, right? That's what we're teaching you to do. There's no research you can find out there. So do you want to get started and learn how to trade together? And most of the times they'll be like, yeah. And they're like, oh, or they'll say, oh, well, I kind of still want to think about it. And you just keep asking, well, what do you need to think about? You say you need to think about the research. What else is there to think about? And you'll get to the bottom of the answer. And usually it's always time or money. And like I said, you can always solve those very, very simply. Okay. So have some posture. Have some posture. Julio Acosta talked about it. If you guys were on the Julio Acosta call last week, he absolutely ripped it. But he said, people get pressured into doing bad things every single day. People get pressured into doing drugs. People get pressured into drinking alcohol. People get pressured to go out to parties. People get pressured to hang out with bad people. People get pressured to do bad things every single day. So why don't you actually pressure your friends and family into doing something good? Pressure them into actually changing their life. There's nothing wrong with pressuring them into doing this, guys, because this company can truly change their life. It can. I'm firsthand right here. There's so many stories on this team, guys, of people that have completely flipped their lives upside down because of this opportunity. And so you have to understand, it's better to pressure them and push them into joining than to not push them at all. Because guess what? If you push and push and push and push and push, if you don't push at all, guess what? They're a no. And if you push, what's the worst case scenario? They're still a no. Doesn't matter, right? You might as well push and pressure and help them understand that this can help them achieve everything that they've ever wanted to achieve, and pressure them into getting started, and then go help them change their life with this opportunity. Have some posture, have some confidence. The best thing that you can tell a prospect is right here. I got your back. Write that down. I got your back. That's all prospects want to hear. They want to know, am I all alone with this thing? Am I going to have to do this by myself? Tell every single prospect that you talk to, guys, I got your back. Me and you are going to lock arms. We're going to run this thing up together, and I'm going to help you hit every single goal that you want to hit with this. Now understand, by you saying that, by those words coming out of your mouth, you better follow up, right? You better follow it up with action. Don't say those words. Don't say, I got your back. Me and you are going to lock arms with this thing, and I'm going to help you hit every goal that you want out of this. And then you don't teach them how to invite. You don't help them get people on the calls. You don't promote the mentorship calls to them. You're not showing up to the events with them. Don't do that. Don't tell them that if you're not actually going to go all in with them, right? And that's why a lot of people get started with me, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people get started with me because they know I'm serious. They know that I can help them get to where they want to go. They know that if they have any questions, I'm here to help them, right? Jasmine called me last night. I picked up within 5 seconds. I said, what do you need, bro? I got you, right? It was him and his twin brother. And so you guys got to understand that the people that you get started, you got to be there for them. You got to help them, and just tell them that when you're getting them started. When you're getting people started, be like, yo, I got your back. We're going to run this thing up together, because that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to know. Am I going to get help? Okay. Have that confidence, have that posture when you're closing people. Okay. Here's the third thing. And this is going to come when you start to build a team. The third thing is have posture as a leader. Have posture as a leader. Now, this is a big thing, because you have to lead people in the right direction in this business. Okay. And the way you lead people in the right direction is, honestly, here's the best way: by inspiring them. Don't tell people what to do, right? I give advice all day long to my leaders, and I help them out. And anytime they have any questions, I'm here to help them. But understand, you don't ever want to just tell people, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, right? Go show them. Say, hey, here's what I've done, and it's worked really well for me. And then go show them that it works, right? I've done that every single time. I'm like, yo, here's what I heard from my mentor, and this is what I'm doing, right? I talked to a few of my leaders last week. I said, yo, I was on the phone with Alex Morton. He makes about $2 million every single month. And he told me personal momentum equals group momentum. So I said, hey, I love y'all, but I'm going to go focus on personals, putting in new people, so I can go help create a bunch of new success stories. Because I had a man who makes $2 million a month tell me personal momentum equals group momentum. And so I said, here's what I'm going to go do. And then guess what I did? I went and showed my leaders what to do. I didn't say, hey, go do this, 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 and this. I said, hey, my mentor told me to do this, so here's what I'm going to be doing the next week. And guess what? I put in 7 personals over the last week, and I didn't tell my leaders what to do. I just showed them. And that's what you need to do as a leader. As a leader, you don't tell people what to do. You show people what to do. How can you tell your team to put in personals when you've put in 1 personal this month? How can you tell your team to put in 5 people if you haven't put in 5 people, right? That doesn't make sense. I will never ask anybody to do something that I've never done. And so that is a big, big key to leading, is you will have the confidence, posture, and swagger when you're leading from inspiration, when you're leading from action. That confidence and swagger and posture will show up because you're like, I'm doing the work, right? I'm doing this thing with or without you. When you're creating momentum with or without your team, you're continually putting in new people, and you're continually making things happen with those new people. And if those people stop doing stuff, cool, you put in more new people and you go help those people. And you're just looking for leaders that want to run with this thing, that really want to level up in their life. If that's you, if that's what you're doing, you're continuing to just work and work and work. And you show your team, yo, I'm doing this thing with or without you. That's when your team gets excited. Because they're going, wow, he's really going to go get this thing. I got to buckle down. Let me ask him more questions. He still knows stuff that I don't know. Let me keep asking. And so that's how you lead with posture, guys. You lead with posture by continually taking action, no matter what your team is doing. No matter what anybody else is doing, you are the constant. And once you guys understand something, people are going to join and quit your team every single week for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You know, as long as we're alive and we're doing this business, okay? People are going to join and quit your business every single week. But there's one constant to your team. Anybody know what it is? Type in the chat if you guys know what the one constant on your team is. Let's see if anybody can type it. Yep, Miranda got it. Yourself. You are the only constant in your organization. So stop relying on other people to go do what you need to go do. Never rely on anybody else. I've got over 400 people in my organization, and I don't rely on a single one of them. I will go hit chairman no matter what anybody else does. And guess what? I don't want to hit chairman 10 with other people at P600 and P1000. I want to create P2000s and P5000s and other chairmen. That's what I want. But I can't wait. I can't wait around for those people to go do that while I'm pushing for chairman. I'm going to go make chairman happen regardless. So it's a balance, right? You got to say, look, I want to help you, but I'm going to go inspire you. I'm going to go show you how to go do this thing regardless. And if you want to come with, come with. If not, cool. And that is how you lead with posture. Okay. So here's the last two things. Last two things, guys. Disciplines. You need to posture up with your disciplines. And here's what I mean. Stop making excuses, guys. And now is the perfect time to talk about this, because guess what? It's summer. It's summer, and there is more reasons and excuses and events and, activities and all this stuff that can pull you off the line, that can stop you from doing the daily disciplines that you need to do. Guys, we've gone over this. We've gone over, I think it was on last week's call or the week before. I think it was last week's call. Last week's Monday Night Thrive, I went over these daily disciplines that I do every single day. The daily disciplines that I do. I wake up and I do my gratitude and prayer. Then I read my affirmations, right? I read my affirmations. Hold on, guys. Okay, there we go. I read my affirmations. So I wake up, write 3 things down that I'm grateful for. I write three things down that I'm grateful for. I pray to God. I speak my affirmations, what I want my life to look like, 2 years from now. I drink 64 ounces of water. I read 5+ pages out of a personal development book. This is the one I'm reading right now. Think Like a Monk. I do a 500 calorie workout. I burn 500 calories. I listen to 1 hour of personal development audios. I message 30 new prospects. I get 2 new contacts. Somehow, some way, I get 2 new contacts. I call all the excited people on my team. I call Joey, right? My leader, the guy who got me started. He's a Chairman 100 $1 million earner. I talk to him every single day, guys. There's not a single day in the last 2 years that I haven't called that man. I don't wait for Joey to call me. I call him, right? I know he's got 10,000 people in his organization. I know he's going to work with or without me. So I'm going to just call him and figure out what he knows that I don't know, right? Every single day. I do 3 to 5 presentations every single day. I post on my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram stories 10 times a day. Not 9, not 8, not 7, 10 times a day. And I do 10 minutes of meditation every single day. I do all of those disciplines, guys, every single day. And here's what I mean by posturing up with your disciplines. Make sacrifices. Make sacrifices. Me and Miranda were just talking about this on FaceTime earlier today. She called me and she said, how do I stay consistent? How do I not procrastinate? And I said, look, you literally have to posture up in your mind. You have to decide right now what's more important, what you want now or what you want most. Most people right now want to chill, want to watch the NBA playoffs, want to hang out with their friends, go out to the bar, right? They want to relax. They want to chill. That's what people want now. But what do you want most? You want financial freedom. You want to be able to give you and your family whatever you want. You want to be able to provide. You want to retire your parents. You want to be able to travel around the world, not worry about time or money ever again. That's what you want most. Whatever your want is, whatever your why is, that's what you want most. So what's more important to you? Relaxing or that why? Going out to the bar or that why? Watching TV or that why? You got to decide every single day, maybe every single hour, maybe every single minute. What's more important to you? The thing that's distracting you or the thing that you want most? What is more important? You have to posture up in your own mind and get hard, right? Like get confident about these disciplines. Get serious about what you need to do every single day to win. It's not a coincidence, guys. You do the work, you get paid. You don't do the work, you don't get paid. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And so you have to get serious about the disciplines, okay? Get serious about the disciplines and have posture with yourself. Talk to yourself. What are you saying? What are you saying when you talk to yourself? Oh, it's okay to not do this today. Oh, it's okay. You know, I'll just do extra tomorrow, right? I'll just do extra tomorrow. I'll make it up a different day. What are you saying when you talk to yourself, guys? Are you saying, no, I got to get this done. I need to do this right now. This is my future. This is my everything I've ever wanted. Me getting these 30 messages done, me showing these 3 people today, you know, me doing my meditation, me doing my gratitude and prayer, me doing all these things that I'm supposed to do. This is my future. I need to do it. I must do it. Guys, I want you to write this down. We don't get our shoulds. We don't get our shoulds. We don't get our could've, would've. We get our musts. We don't get what we want. Write this down. We don't get what we want. We get what we have to have. That's from Tony Robbins. We don't get what we want. We get what we have to have. And here's what I mean by that. You will never get something saying, I want that. I want $1 million. I want a nice house. I want financial freedom. I want. You will never get any of those things. It won't happen. You know what you will get? What you have to have. I have to have financial freedom. I have to retire my parents. I have to give my family everything that they've ever deserved. I have to get them out the hood. I have to be financially free and never have to worry about time or money again. I have to have that. And as soon as you flip that decision in your mind, I promise you, you start to posture up in your mind like that, you'll get the disciplines done. All right? Posture up when it comes to getting the disciplines done. And the last thing is that mindset. And it kind of goes with what I just talked about, right? In your mind, every single day, you have to focus on the things you have to have. So you switch that mindset for your disciplines. In order to get your disciplines done, you switch it from I want to I have to have. And when you have to have it, I promise you, you will get those disciplines done every single day. Because it's just that quick switch in mindset. Okay? And when you switch your mindset, you're going to start to focus on all the right things. I promise you. You're going to focus on, I have to have that, so I need to be at high energy. I'm going to posture up with myself and be excited all the time. I'm going to posture up with myself and be good at communicating with other people. I'm going to posture up and make that phone call I don't want to make, right? I'm going to posture up and do what I'm afraid to do, right? A lot of you may have fears when it comes to this business. Drop them. Posture up with yourself. Say, I don't care. I see the fear and I'm going to do it anyway. You know how you get rid of fear? By doing what you're afraid of. I forgot the quote. It's the death of fear comes when you attack the fear head on. The death of fear is inevitable when you attack the fear head on. That's how you get rid of your fears. You want to be afraid of speaking? Speak. You want to be afraid of leading? Lead. You want to get rid of your fear of doing presentations? Do more presentations. That's the only way. The only way you get rid of a fear is by doing what you're afraid of, right? And that is how you will start to flip your mindset into having more posture, more confidence, more swagger. All right. So guys, hopefully this call was of value. Hopefully you guys start posturing up when it comes to inviting. You start posturing up when it comes to closing. You start posturing up when it comes to leading. You start posturing up with yourself when it comes to getting your disciplines done. And you start posturing up when it comes to your mindset every single day. You don't let yourself get into a negative mindset. You don't let yourself get into low energy, because you know what you have to have, and you know the mindset that you need to have in order to get what you have to have. Got it? So I appreciate you guys for hopping on. It was a very successful Thrive call. Type some $ in the chat if you guys got some value out of this call. I know, I always do my best to bring value. We've had a lot of different topics on these calls, and so I'm glad you guys got some value of this. Awesome. So I appreciate y'all. We got our 9 p.m. overview call in 14 minutes. Go posture up on these prospects and invite them to this 9 p.m. call. Let's freaking pack it out. I know a bunch of people, my new personals have a bunch of guests getting on here at 9, so I'm excited for this call. I'm going to absolutely rip it. So let's pack it out, and I'll see you guys on this same link with your guests in 14 minutes. Love y'all. Peace.